What is up, YouTube? So the last couple days have been super hectic and busy. Thanks for everybody that's purchasing like 3D printed stuff. I do really appreciate it. T-shirts as well. I've gotten some orders recently, and I just want to say thank you so much. That being said, I decided to start a new video series in regards to stupid purchases that I used to do before I really started getting big into trying to make YouTube videos. And so I have decided to build, or to buy, I should say, a another car to work on and make repair videos and this and that and so forth. So today I will be showing you the new to me vehicle, and it is a 2005 Mercedes S600. I already have it jacked up because it is jacked up. I got a bunch of issues that I gotta fix before starting to actually enjoy it. I bought it for a very reasonable price, especially for what's been done to it. But unfortunately, the previous owner was he was a kid, didn't know anything about anything at all. So I kind of took a shot in the dark when it came to purchasing this thing. I just noticed it has very, like, it's not actively leaking fuel or oil, or like I don't have any. It's been parked here. I don't have any leaks or anything like that, and the motor feels strong. It is fast. This is from me opening up this yesterday and with the vehicle running to see if there was any blow by, and it just kind of got stuff everywhere. But I don't know if you can see down there, non-factory turbos, obviously non-factory air to water intercoolers. It says there's methanol injection, but I have to figure out where all that stuff is routed. I'm guessing somewhere back down here. So I feel like this would make some really fun video stuff. I might make another channel. I will make another channel for this car, and I'll start uploading to that as well. But I drove about, well, it was only about 5.5 hours one way to pick this thing up for a reasonable deal. I just paid cash, and I just was like blown away by the color, and then the interior color as well, which I'll show you in just a second. So the color is like this anthracite black, kind of metallic-y. I don't know if it shows up very well, but it's very, very good. The guy definitely lied to me. He's like, yeah, I'm a detailer, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. He didn't register it. I made sure it wasn't stolen or anything like that, but I was like, something is eccentric about this S600. And it sounds good, it looks good, but it just needs some work. So I have decided to, yeah, look at that interior. This is a Designo model, so this is a custom exterior, custom interior color. Designo seats. It was in great shape. No check engine lights or anything when I purchased it. That being said, he could have just kind of gotten rid of them right before I came and picked it up. But it was running good. I had a friend test drive it quite a bit, and really get on it, and he said it was fine. This is the only like real issue I've seen with the front, with the leather. There is one plastic trim piece that's kind of coming off. It's got an AEM True Boost gauge, which I've never used one of those because it's one of the controllers. I've never used one of those, but I just have this feeling that this guy was just romping on it. Never really. I bet he didn't even understand what methanol is. Here's the Snow Performance methanol injection system. Sets on at a certain amount of duty cycle response. But like I said, when I picked it up, I haven't found the methanol tank yet, so I'm guessing that it's running off of the windshield wiper reservoir, like a lot of sleeper style cars go. Yeah, like I said, the motor, it seems strong. These are pretty reliable, even if somebody has messed with it. It was made by Speed Driven. This is all Speed Driven parts. They're not in business anymore. You know, you start looking down the forum rabbit hole of information, and some people say, oh man, it was great, like they made a fast car and this and that and whatever. Some people are like, they fucking suck, it's a piece of shit. You know how it is. So I don't know anything about them, other than I've seen that they have built some performance style stuff. It looks like not the previous owner, but maybe 2 owners ago, or there's only 3 owners registered to this car. So 78,000 miles. I don't know who did the work to it, to be honest. Maybe somebody bought the whole kit off of someone and installed it. I know the previous owner that I just bought it from did not do it, because he probably, it's missing lug nuts, so I really doubt he did anything. So I trailered it back, just off of the clean body, the cool paint, all that stuff. I was like, let's make something cool here. So I kind of want to make this one a short video, because I'm about to pull off the front end, and see how everything is routed, and custom work. You know, it's not as easy or simple as a factory car, but it is a hell of a lot cooler. I've already pulled apart some of the trunk pieces too, because I noticed this soft close, the soft close system doesn't work. It worked as I picked up the car, because the doors locked and unlocked, but then the fuse blew. If anybody's interested, the fuse for the S600 is down at the bottom of right here, and it's just the yellow 20 amp fuse to reset it. But if the pump has a leak or something like that, then usually that fuse will blow again. What I noticed with mine was when I pulled the trunk open, I heard the pump kick on after I replaced the fuse, and the motor for the pump, the vacuum pump, is kind of chunky sounding. So you turn it on, and all you hear is like, you know, that's pretty accurate. So I'm just gonna replace the pump. It sounds like that pump might be sticking or something like that, causing a condition that you know, allows the fuse to keep popping. What else? I'll show you underneath the car. Like I said, I'm trying to make this video less than 10 minutes. Most of my videos are like 20-30 minutes, and I kind of feel bad sometimes because nobody cares that much. But yeah, as you can see, upgraded turbos. It's got to have upgraded downpipes as well, because the exhaust sounds pretty crazy. But pretty clean underneath. I'm gonna pop this cover off here in a second. And the suspension side looks pretty good. I don't see any like obvious breaks or tears. But let's pull these wheels off, and then I'll show you what I got going on. All right, so looking over the suspension so far, it looks like let's see if I can pull this little. Looks like I got a little bit of hydraulic leaking on the ABC system, but it's still working at this point. It looks like the brakes are they're getting close to end of life on these pads. I could probably replace those. Looks like this side strip is a little more worn. Looks like the covers come off, and then you can see a little bit more funk up there. These control arms have like no grease in them. Of course, they're unserviceable, so I'll take care of that at some point. These look a little thin, a little low, but I'm not getting a brake warning yet, so I won't worry about them until I do. I always like to put the wheels underneath the car just in case the jack stands fail. Because I'd rather be able to slide out under that than not slide out at all. So let's pull this bottom cover off and see how the bottom of the engine looks. Look at all this junk. Whoever did these headlights for resealing did a freaking terrible job. Look at that. Look at it pisses me off. But this thing has a bunch of work done to it, so I was like, let's see what's going on here. All right, let's check under this thing. I just pulled the pans off underneath. So like I said, it's got upgraded turbos. I'm betting that turbo system is probably the cause of some of this. I got oil down here. Yeah, this happens with custom cars. Nice little zip tie set up. I might lift this thing up a little bit more. But there's the drain, or the turbo return. These things are infamous for leaking on any sportier vehicle, but man, talk about a pain in the butt to get to. Looks like I'm missing some bolts. How inclusive. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like this one's leaking too. I'm gonna spray this thing down. A little bit of seeping is like, it's honestly all right, but once you start seeing a little bit of pooling, you're like, oopie. But it looks like the oil pan itself is not leaking, which is nice. So this is all pretty much dry. So it might just be those AN returns, but do I have to drop the entire thing to get to them? There's the custom exhaust. Looks like it's just straight piped all the way back and down. Pretty cool. There's no O2 sensor. There's no, how should I say this? There's no aftermarket wideband. Oh, sorry, I'm fucking sideways. There's no aftermarket wideband, so I'm not sure how like rich it's running, but like I said, it's got methanol. All right, let's pull some more stuff apart and let's see what we can find. Try to do this without getting disgusting. So here's the oil filter. I don't see any sparkly goodness, so you know, it's a little impromptu, but honestly the oil does not look bad. This doesn't like reek of fuel like, you know, a regular freaking race car. So I might pull a plug off too to see how that looks. It's been a little bit. I went to go work on a friend of mine's car. He was having some issues with the Subaru. I know, super surprising. But I pulled the front half of the fenders off. It doesn't look bad. It looks like we've got a little bit of road grime, but we've got this methanol controller that I think Helen Keller herself wired up instead of like, you know, doing things correctly. It looks like a bunch of crap. The daytime running lights that they installed, they just ran over the front cross member, like on top of the the freaking transmission cooler, like zip tied to it. Just an insane amount of zip ties. So I pulled the headlights out, and I'm gonna go through this, and it looks like after I take this intake off, the routing for the methanol or wiper fluid just goes through the OEM reservoir, which is what I thought. But unfortunately, the guy has probably just been beating on it with no fluid in it. So I'm gonna go through this thing, see if I can clean up some wiring. Look at this crap. $130,000 car, and somebody decides to do shit like this. But this side didn't look bad, other than this baloney. Let me see if I can show underneath. So we're gonna fix all this stuff up. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so it has been the entire day, and let's see if I can get a flashlight on this stuff. So when I got this car, I noticed that the wiring harness looked like shit for all the aftermarket stuff. So I decided to re-terminate everything, rerun new wire looms. So this was just a total cluster. This is the methanol injection. Then we got a bunch of wiring extensions, stuff like that. So I re-loomed everything, and then I re-ran a bunch of wiring to the, so here's the new ends for the daytime running lights, or like corner lights and stuff like that. I redid all this stuff in here because this looked insane, honestly insane. So it looks like all of my air to water intercooler pump is now reran and set back up, and then my methanol injection is set back up. Now it looks like I might have like an actual engine bay. I'll have to reseat this cable right here, or this loom, but it looks like actual vehicle again, fortunately. So still gotta figure out some stuff, but this is my first real day owning it. So tune in next time, and then we'll see how this thing is gonna go. So thanks for watching.